Tēnā tātou katoa, good evening. The Labour Party is losing one of its heavy hitters, with former Deputy Prime Minister Grant Robertson announcing today he's retiring from politics.
Robertson was also Finance Minister and said he's proud of the lives and jobs the government saved during COVID. Here's our political editor, Jenna Lynch.
Hanging up his calculator, it's goodbye Grant Robertson.
I gave every single inch of myself to the jobs that I've had in Parliament, and arguably maybe a little bit more than that in the last 6 years particularly. And so I knew that I didn't have it in me to go much further.
The Finance Minister, who steered New Zealand through a once-in-a-lifetime economic crisis, is leaving the building, signing off without regret, signing off with pride.
I remember the day when a briefing came over from Treasury and it said unemployment was going to go over 10%. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm not going to let that happen.
Robertson told his caucus colleagues this morning he'd told Chris Hipkins a while back.
One of the hardest things I had to do was to tell him that I was looking to move on.
The feeling mutual.
An emotional day. It won't come as a surprise to any of you that Jacinda and Grant have been two of my best friends, not just at work but in my life. And so having had them both recently depart has not been easy.
Robertson entered Parliament in 2008 alongside his mates Jacinda Ardern and Chris Hipkins. Today now, Dame Jacinda, the former Prime Minister, shared that Robertson had played a pivotal role in her entry to politics. As at a Labour list ranking meeting, Grant was the hot favourite. As nominations began, Grant stood up and announced to the room, "I don't wish to be ranked until Jacinda Ardern is."
And I really wanted to make sure she got in.
That's pretty self-sacrificial.
Your words.
Robertson had a dream to be leader. He ran for it twice, once with Ardern as a running mate.
Surprise!
He faced a barrage of questions the first time round in 2013 about whether New Zealand was ready for an openly gay Prime Minister.
I think they'll judge me on my abilities and what I bring to the job. I don't think they're very interested in my private life.
He doesn't hold any lingering regret about not getting the top job.
I'm very proud of what I did do and the role that I played, particularly in supporting Jacinda while she was Prime Minister, is, for me, a really big achievement.
Entering Parliament was far from his first foray into politics. He worked in Helen Clark's Beehive and before that, student politics as the Otago University student president in the 90s.
This is an occasion to tell the National Party today is not for tax cuts.
30 years on, his messaging hasn't changed all that much, and he's coming home, back to Otago University to take up the role as Vice-Chancellor.
I'm super excited about going home, about going to an institution that gave me an incredible start. You know, it made me for my career.
Hipkins has appointed Barbara Edmonds into the all-important and coveted finance role, a tax expert, the first female Labour finance spokesperson.
And the reason why I came here was to provide a voice for those who are most vulnerable. So I ask myself that every day, and that's what fuels me.
Robertson leaves the Labour Party searching for its meaning, a party that got walloped at the election.
I've got a job to do. I've still got plenty of fight left in me. I'm still feeling very energised about the job that I've got ahead.
I have great faith in Chippy and in Carmel and in the team that Labour has here.
With his two best mates gone, the task for Chippy just got all the more challenging.
Kia ora, Jenna. So how big a gap is Grant Robertson going to leave for the Labour Party?
Grant Robertson is one of the people in this building with the most encyclopedic knowledge of how it works. He is strategic, he is an excellent debater, and while in his early years he was a bit of an ambitious agitator, in more recent times he has been a stabilising force in that caucus, a cool head in times of crisis, especially handy if you're dealing with a global pandemic, but a cool head is just as crucial in opposition. It is easy for a caucus to say unified and disciplined when they are winning. When you are losing, that is when people start to panic, and you need people like Grant Robertson around to calm the waters.
Jenna, tēnā koe.